Hey Matt, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of a cut back here to reduce the grass a bit, make the desert a little stronger. I'm also feathering the selection so it doesn't look like a hard drawn edge, which is what it is. And instead of actually deleting data, the data is being left alone. I'm just adding to the mask that covers up what's there.
Oh,
So if I fill that in,
yeah.
that reduces the grass a
Oh my
little bit.
gosh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it looks like the faded edge is better to not have it so faded.
Hmm.
That's fine. So then I'm gonna do another selection to reduce some of the soft edge back here. And it's just gonna be a random hand-drawn thing.
Hmm.
And then you said you wanted to bring this down a bit, so we'll try
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep, yep.
And I'm just selecting the outer edge, and then I'm gonna do the same feather so it's the same as the other side. If I can find it, there it is. And then I'm just gonna fill in that part of the mask with black.
Oh.
And we need a little bit of tweaking down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Is that kind of what you were trying to do?
exactly. Yeah, and I know you'll smooth that out with your fine. I do not have the fine motor skill, and so I just watch in awe when people
It's
do that.
all good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll smooth that out a little bit better. Probably just round it off and smooth it down a little bit nicer,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then
Exactly.
that'll probably do the trick. I could follow this line over here and go up that way,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And yeah, and
possible.
then what's the one right behind it? I'm looking to see if there's a diagonal coming the other way that would give you a nice slope for that left side of
Well,
the
let's have a look.
yeah.
I could use this line right here,
Oh,
this little.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
nice.
let's just redo that then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back, deselect that. And then we're just going to make this one a little more opaque so we can see what we're doing.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's probably not
gosh.
quite enough, more like
Oh, how
25.
fun. Oh my gosh. I almost even love it with that little bit transparent on it, but don't take my word on that.
Well, I can make the edge soft to give that same effect, but I
Hmm.
mean, 75% opacity
Yeah.
blends it into the dune a bit more, but it also reduces the strength of the grass. I
Right.
mean, that's
Yeah.
up to you. We can
Yeah.
do
Let's
that, but
okay. Let's do what we set out to do. Let's not make
okay.
changes while we're making
And
changes.
this is what I go through as well.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine, you spend like just agonizing over specific details and then yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Let's try to go up there. Okay, let's go up
Hmm.
there.
Hmm. Yep, 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 yep.
Right. And we're gonna just come around and get rid of all the rest. And then we're gonna feather that bad boy. And I think I'm gonna feather it 5 instead of 3, just to give it a
Oh.
little softer edge.
Hmm.
And then we'll turn the opacity on this back to 100, and
Hmm.
then we will do the magic fill. Except for it didn't do it.
Oh.
Oh, because I'm in the other box. There we go. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
Is that more like what you
Oh
want?
yeah.
I think we should
Yeah.
probably smooth out that top edge just a bit.
I almost love it, but I don't. I actually maybe you're looking at a different detail that I'm looking at. I
Oh, I'm
just
talking about behind the dancers. It looks a little unnatural, this big bump here.
I kind of like it, but because only because it catches the light. So if there's another
All
way
right.
that you think we can catch a little bit of light on that patch,
Yeah, we can keep the light. I'm just gonna harden this brush a little bit and erase a tiny bit of that
hmm
just to smooth it out. That's too
yeah,
much. Okay, let's go a little bit less. There we go.
there we go. Yep, yep. It's nice.
That's
They're in some kind
that's
of
not so
nice
extreme
layer.
now.
Yes, yes.
And then I think I'm gonna paint back in a tiny bit on
Uh
this
huh.
side just
Yep.
so it gets behind the root a bit better.
Oh yeah. Oh, how fun that you can just bring it back. Oh my
Yep,
god.
that's why you use a mask.
Yeah.
So if I had painted that away, like
Right.
erased it
You
for
wouldn't
real,
have it. Yeah.
I wouldn't have it. Like if I turn the mask off, that's what's all there.
Oh wow.
But if I turn it back on,
Yeah.
then we only get the parts we want to see.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. When you put that layer on and I saw the way you did the hair within the hair, it's amazing.
Thanks, thanks.
Your work
So
is
yeah,
so
that's I think will do it for the foreground. If you're
wonderful.
happy with that, then we can leave that alone.
Yeah, I think foreground looks it's just popping. It's gorgeous. The
Okay,
contrast is
cool.
there.
That does look better too, so I like that better anyway. So good call on that. All right, what else you got?
And then the other thing was just
Hmm.
last time I was like, can you turn down the saturation and everything in this the precession a lot, and then you did, and now I'm like, can we bring it up a little bit more?
Yeah, we can. You want to have some partial
Yeah. So
saturation on that?
you put it in grayscale, is that right? And then you also
Yeah,
did you turn down the brightness at all?
I did. I did. So
Yeah.
you want to bring some of the color back, like some
I
partial?
think just some of the brightness and leave the color out.
Okay, so let's go back then. Let me go get the version 2 and we'll
Okay,
look at that.
cool.
There it is. All right. It's a weird picture because it's very highly saturated from jump.
Right.
So I may need to bring the original shot back in and we can play
Uh-huh,
around
uh-huh.
with that. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
that's so
grab the
oh my
star
gosh, it's so
trails.
neat to see it in the different stages now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so let's put this back where it goes. Yeah, why are you not listening to me? Oh, there you go. Okay, you just needed the time to listen to me.
Oh, great.
Okay, so
Wait,
that is the
can you move
original,
it? Can you move it back up just a little bit? I want to see that North Star right on top of her head.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
we can do that. Now, you want to see about keeping some of the color but weakening it a bit? Is that kind of what you want?
Well, let's start with taking all the color out and seeing where it is at full brightness.
Okay, so with no color whatsoever,
Yeah.
and it's just
Okay, so
kind
it's
of plain.
super
So I
sharp.
usually I punch up the contrast to,
Uh-huh.
you know, make it do the thing. So if we
Right.
take all the color out
Uh-huh.
and then I do a levels, that's how we're gonna play with the contrast.
Okay.
So I can push the black up, and that's
Oh
how I
my
got
God, you're God himself. How do you do this? This is incredible.
that. I'm just moving the level sliders, man.
Oh my gosh.
And then if I bring this up, it makes the white more powerful. So
God,
you
there's so
definitely
many
don't want that.
choices. Okay,
I know.
what if we bring the blacks out really, really strong?
Okay. So super strong blacks, like way up here.
Okay, so that's probably too much, although I kind of love it.
Now, if you want to weaken the stripes, if that's what your goal is here, we can do that in a different way. We
And
can do
that
it like that, where I
oh,
move the middle slider, which is weakening the midpoint. That would make the stripes weaker.
mm. What do you think in terms of stripe stronger versus just having the background blacker?
Well, let me see what the original looked like.
Yeah,
We if the so what my issue I'm asking with this one
yeah.
is it that there's too many stripes? Is that basically the problem with this?
Um,
Is it too bothersome? Is it too busy?
that's a good. Let me look at it. I do things where I look with one eye and then the other. So let me. I haven't done it yet. So let me look with
Okay.
this eye.
I'm also gonna move this one up so it's the same as the one you like with the star
Oh, thank
up.
you, thank you. Yeah, because some of it was the position. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to stretch this a tad. Well, no, that'll make the roundness go away. I think we're all right. Let's see. Is something showing through the background? It is. I'll fix that later.
I
It
couldn't
just the
see
background
whatever
is
you were.
showing
I
through.
couldn't tell whatever it was.
Oh, I'm talking about right here. There's the background ends here. So
It's just a tiny bit. Yeah.
only I would notice that, but it's
Yeah.
I do notice it.
Yeah. And if you stretch it on that diagonal instead of just vertical, probably just smooth it right. Sorry, I don't need
Oh,
to.
I have a magic tool that'll fix that. Hold on a
Sorry,
second.
sorry.
Let me just
I'm like, hi, I have a Crayola 24 pack over here. This is how I do it.
All right, I'm gonna undo that problem by just adding some more background.
Oh.
Good enough.
The level of perfection that you have that I just, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So
that's
now
so
when we
fun.
bring everything else back,
Yeah.
the background will be unfucked.
Oh
So
my gosh. Oh, that's so fun to see it get built layer by layer.
oh, you want to see it? You want to see it one at a time? Here, I'll show you. So there's the background, and then
Wait,
you have the
start
cityscape.
completely with nothing. Start with nothing, nothing.
You want to start, okay, with the
Yeah.
nothingness.
Yeah.
I want to see the nothing. All right, hold on a second. All right,
How do you
so
get
just
from the blank page to that, you know?
right, black background,
Yeah.
and then we added the star trails in, and then we have the city and the sand dunes. City's got a little glow on it, so it's got
Hmm.
the city glow. Then
Hmm.
we have the foreground, which is chopped into a bunch of pieces
Oh.
because some of it needs to be behind the band and some of it needs to be in front of the band.
Hmm.
Then we have the band itself, and I'll bring them in one by one. The shadows for their feet,
Oh,
the
geez.
drummer,
Coffee Brown.
right? The mid guitar,
That's
the right
King
side
Coltrane.
guitar,
That's
the lead
Shelley
guitar,
Doty. Oh,
and then we have the foreground shadows on the front
right.
of the band,
Yes.
and then we have the highlights on the front of the band for like
Oh
the
my God.
sunlight, and then that's the band, and then we bring in the tree, and that's the base of the tree that's going to cover their feet up.
Oh.
And then there's the tree trunk that's in front of them. That's why this is in front of them, because
Uh-huh.
otherwise it wouldn't, cover their feet and stuff.
Right.
And then the tree has shadows on it as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit, didn't mean to do that. And then the Octavia face is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Uh, Let me just turn it off one by one so you can see the individual.
Sure.
There we go. So it just starts with the face.
Oh my gosh. And you did like it's like how did you do that texture?
That is also AI generated. I used
Wow.
her face and I trained it, and then I had it make it, and then it was like her face, but it was shaped wrong. So
Yes.
then I took a real picture of her face and I did a filter called Liquify that lets you bend and mold any piece of art, and I bent it to fit her face.
Wow.
So then I added shadows to make it look more real.
Hmm.
We added some highlights to make it look orange with the sunset.
Hmm.
Then we got the hair.
Yes.
Then the hair has its own set of shadows to
Oh
make it
my
fit her
God.
face. And then we have the dots.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
the
and then the eyes are
dots,
on top of the dots.
right. Yep. Wait a minute.
Oh, there's a couple different
Oh,
versions.
those are the
Oh, those are
original
the
dots.
original
Sorry.
dots.
Those are disabled. These are the new dots.
Yes.
And then the eyes in front of the dots so
Uh-huh.
that you can see them.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. And then there's the frame that shows where it's going to get cut.
It's gonna get cut. Yeah.
So there
Oh,
you go.
Matt, this is gorgeous. This is
I'm
just
glad you dig it, man.
I mean, I know you've seen me now when I nitpick, but this is what I look like when I'm loving it.
Good, man. Yeah, I don't mind you making some changes and nitpicks because I want you to be happy, number one. Number two, I worked with awful, awful people for a long time. So a few little, I want to change this or that in a nice way is not nitpicking to me. That's just normal art procedure. Perfectly
Thank
fine.
you. I appreciate that. I also just want to really appreciate we didn't talk about it, but the smog that you put in the city is so great. It's just a level of detail that gives you a sense of place and time.
Good, good. I'm
That
glad you like it.
thank you so much. Yeah, this
Now,
is
in
gorgeous.
terms of the sky,
Yeah.
this is the one that we had before. That's in there
So
right
I
now, the
think it
original.
was just the I think it was really just the position. I think it was
Okay.
getting being able to see the center of that spiral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And if you want, we could make the spiral more powerful. Let me show you what I mean.
Yeah.
I need to align these layers first of all, so they are
Okay.
the same. Where is my alignment tool? There you no, that's not you. Where are you hiding at? All right, I'll do it the old school way. Layer.
And do you have a signature or a way that you like to be credited?
Um, I usually just put well, I would put Kingsbury Design, but this is very much more a personal project. So I probably just would have to say designed by Matt Applin at Kingsbury Design Group.
Okay, cool. And we'll put that right on the jacket.
Awesome. I didn't put that on there already.
I don't think I mean, unless you have it in a hidden layer.
Let me go. Well, I'll look at that in a second.
Yeah.
Because yes, I definitely want to put that on there.
Yes, please.
Pretty proud of this one. I dig it.
Yeah.
So what I
Oh,
was gonna do is put a new mask on these star trails
yeah.
and see if we can do a bright area around the star circle just to emphasize that. See if that
Oh,
works.
interesting.
All right, so we're gonna take that and mask it off. Oh wait, that did not work like I wanted it to. Okay. Nope, that's backwards. But thankfully we have a tool called invert.
Oh my God.
Now we're just
That
going to
looks really
fade the
nice.
edges of that.
Yep.
Filter, blur, Gaussian. Okay. So we have a rough selection there, and I'm just going to make it way softer.
Hmm.
Mm, I might do it with a gradient instead. This is probably going to be ugly. Let's see. Nah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I think you're working too hard on that particular
Yeah.
piece.
All right,
Um,
we're gonna let that go.
yeah.
I don't think that works.
No, but I
Yeah.
do think
All right.
the way you had it. So you said this one you had. I forget there was like a midtone and a something else, but when you were doing the sliders
Yep.
and you made the stars come, the brightness come up and down in the swipes.
Yep.
Um, I would love to see those a little bit brighter. I think.
Okay, let's tweak it then.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Let me just go grab an original copy of the shot and let's play with it that way.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
that's the safest choice.
Cool.
So we're gonna
You
just
just
dump
put
that.
an original. Oh, I see. Sorry.
We're gonna just dump that entirely, and then I'm gonna go get the original shot,
Okay.
which I should have in my stock photos. Yeah. Let's see, where are you?
I realized I've been standing in my kitchen not making my breakfast. I'm gonna do that while you're doing that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pause the video.
There you go. So here's the actual original shot. Before we even bring it in, I'm just gonna
Oh
crop
wow!
it.
Oh, you had done so much work on it. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I'm just gonna crop it down so we're not seeing too much of the bottom. We
Hmm.
don't need all that tree stuff. We're not using
Hmm.
any of that. And then we're gonna rotate it like we had it before.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there's the original. So
Yep.
now if you want to play with it before, well, it's probably easier to play with it in there. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
copy it over. Then we're gonna go over here and we'll drop it in on top. And then we gotta scale it down.
Hmm.
Too big.
Oh my gosh, how fun!
There it is. And then we're gonna bring it up to where we want it. So thereabouts right there.
You know what? I do like it with color in there when I see it like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think let's. I don't. What are your thoughts on take? How much to take? I will take your lead on how much to take out now, because I think so much
I'll
of
tell
my
you what we're
my
gonna do. Let's
yeah,
go Star
it was
Trails
really good.
original. And then I'm going to keep this so that we don't have to keep doing this. I'll make a duplicate of this layer. So I have a copy of it now. And then we can play with this one. Because we keep doing it and then going, nah, I don't like it no more. And then we lose it. So I think
Sorry.
what I originally did is I went with the levels.
Uh-huh.
And I'm doing the levels in color,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
is going to punch it up in this
Oh,
powerful way like
interesting.
so,
Okay.
you know. But it's also very busy because the
Right.
light
Yeah.
trails
Yeah.
are so bright.
Right.
So what I could do from here, if I bring them down, they just get weird and
Yeah.
harsh looking, right?
Yeah.
Um, I can't switch this to lab color. It's going to destroy all. Well, maybe I can. Hold on a second. Cancel, please. All right, let's try this over here. Image mode, lab color. Let's try doing it in here first. Play with the lightness layers without playing with the color so much. And then we can
Mm-hmm.
play with the color independently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I do want to bring down the juice of the streaks. They're just a little too
Yeah.
powerful.
Mm.
That's a tricky
Mm.
shot. It's a very tricky shot. It's got
Yeah.
kind of a weird vibe to it.
I think we might need to lose some color, but I think it's really, really, yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
I'm wanting to even it out a bit more.
Hmm.
No, that's
Although
not
I
it
do
right.
like that we get we get these jagged lines, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like calm it down a bit.
Yeah, totally, totally.
To try that. And then I switch back to RGB color. See if we play with the saturation a little bit.
Hmm.
And then
Mm.
it also needs to be darker. No,
Yeah.
it's too flat. Not that way. Bring the saturation down. Let's play with the levels again. Sorry, I'm just in crazy tweak mode. I'm trying to get this thing to work right.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. Yep. Yeah, something more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe not quite that much, maybe a little bit more.
You want more color or less color?
Oh, sorry.
I mean darkness.
Uh, just a little less darkness. Yeah. Touch more, touch more, touch more. Oh, no, sorry. A touch darker. Great, right there.
Go right there, maybe.
Yeah. And then of course I'm gonna see the foreground and be like, oh no, you were right.
Well, let's see what it ends up looking like.
Okay.
All right, bring it back in.
Whoa.
Too big. Hold on, I gotta unbigging it. That might be better. It's got a little bit of flavor to it.
Yeah, and can we just see?
What do you
Oh
think?
yeah, yeah. It's as long as the center of the thing is coming up right, on that nice angle above her head. Right now we don't have the. Yeah, yeah. I think I like seeing it with that dot in the center.
Yeah, and I also want to extend the sky. So what I think I'm probably going to do is just make it a little bigger.
Okay.
See if that works without messing up the sky on her
Mm,
head.
yeah, and then we get a nice like division right to left on where the warm and cool mixes or changes.
That
Yeah.
looks kind of cool. Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think?
Oh, that feels really good.
You know what? I have a filter I want to try. What was that blur that I did the other day? Surface blur. Let's see if that works on this to calm it down some.
Yeah. Could you zoom
Yeah,
in
there.
just a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hmm. Yeah. Just wanted to see it bigger.
I'm trying to remember there. Okay, that's not as far as I'd like to go. Too far. Let's go back to like 25. So this softens the sky a
Mm.
bit.
Yeah, because I don't want it to fight with the band.
That's the problem that we're both having. And I'm just playing around with this to see if I do some of this
Yeah.
blur stuff,
I
if
think
this will
this
do what we're
now to
looking
me
for to
this
just.
looks like the kind of thing where, old school, you put your record on or a CD and then you just stare at the
Yeah,
cover. Like this
yeah,
gives
record
me so
grooves,
much to
baby.
look at.
Trying to get them to trip out a little bit, like,
Yeah.
yo, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah. Gorgeous,
spotlight for sure.
beautiful. And if you can give that drummer a head,
A little
then I think we'll be 100% done.
bit. All right, that's probably too much. Well, that actually looks better. That softens it up a little bit. So let me just do this filter, and then you can compare before and after.
Hmm.
See what I mean? Takes some of the streaks out and
Hmm.
just softens it a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah. You are a
It
wizard.
might be the business. Let me just zoom in and see if it's done anything bad to it. No, it still looks nice and clean. Okay. If that's better for you, we can save it and see what it looks like with the text. That's the only other question remaining. So let's do a quick comparison of the three levels, right? We
Yep.
have the new heavy color, we
Hmm.
have the original bright color,
Hmm.
and we have the previous dark.
I would love to have the variation. Well, you're going to send me the file so I can. I'm going to do variations, I think, with some of them all dark, and so that we can do more text, like, "Oh, our thing is coming up," that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just name them then.
Okay. Great.
We don't need the copy. We just need the original. Star Trek, colors, Star Trek's black. Okay, cool. We got them all. So there's that. And if we're thinking of going with this one, let's save and see what this ends up looking like.
Hmm.
Okay, version 3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, saving. And then let's go look at the AI file, which should recognize that it needs to update. Come on, buddy.
Oh, that's cool because that's now just a Photoshop
Yep.
file that's embedded in the AI file.
It's the Photoshop file underneath,
Yeah.
yeah, the other text. It's just my computer's choking on this a little bit. Like, come on, buddy. You can do it.
We're asking a lot of it right now.
There he is.
There it is.
All right.
Oh,
I think that looks
wow.
better.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think that
God.
does look better.
This is
Yeah.
this is so
I think the
gorgeous. Make
black
sure
was
you
a
get your
little
credit
too
on
dead.
there.
I also was thinking maybe to tweak the city a little bit and punch up the contrast on the city. Let me just see if that looks like real quick.
Okay.
Turn off the sand dunes. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
there's the
wow, that's
city.
fun.
The floating city.
Yeah. For,
Let me see about
down the line.
cranking the darkness on the city just a bit. That's a little too far. I don't know. What do you think? I'm just trying to make
Sorry,
it
I
a
was thinking
little
about his yogurt. Do it again.
darker.
You
So
wanted
this
it
is the
darker?
darker city. And then
Mm.
here's what it looks like without the darker city. That's the original. This is the
Oh,
darker. I
I
just
think
wanted to
yeah,
push
the
the city
darker.
into the background a bit
I think the darker one makes sense. Yeah,
more. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
because it's
Yeah.
still there
Just
and you
trying to
can
like
still
make the
see it.
city a little more foreboding and also
Yeah,
push into the background a bit
yeah.
more. Okay. I think the addition of the contrast of the little bit of color and punch in the background, it actually makes the front stand out more,
Yeah,
not less.
yeah,
Because I felt like the dark monochrome sky and the monochrome city were just kind of fading into a bit of a mud.
yeah.
Okay, well then,
This
yeah,
is
I think
this
this
is
looks
lovely.
better.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. I'm so excited. I'm so relieved.
Sorry to have you worried for a little bit earlier
No,
there,
not
but
no, not
I
you. I
get it
mean, just
done.
we excuse me, but we recorded last December. The tracks
Yeah,
are done. They were mastered since May, and I've just been like trying to juggle too many things and haven't really been able to prioritize.
right.
And
But you're getting there now.
yeah. So thank
Awesome,
you
man.
so much, Matt. This is beautiful. Thank you for letting me record this.
Yeah,
Um,
no problem,
oh,
no
will you
problem.
tell us your name and who you are and how people can find you?
Yes, I'm Matt Applin. One of the co-founders of Kingsbury Design Group, and you can find me at my company website at kingsburydesignGroup.com, or you can find me at my personal website at getmatt.work.
Love it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and looking forward to seeing the very final stuff and to sharing it with people.
Okay, awesome. And in terms of changes or anything, we this is about everything you needed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, then, if you're ready for final delivery, then I will save this.
Well, I just need a face on the drummer.
I'll face on the drummer. That was the last thing. Okay, well then I will tweak that. I'll send you another just screenshot,
Hmm.
and then I'll also add my credit to the back of the CD jacket,
Yes, please. Yes,
and
please.
then I'll send you another set of files. And once you give me final check off approval, then I will send you that, and I'll send you the final invoice, and we'll be good to go.
Amazing. It's a
Awesome.
pleasure doing art and business with you.
Definitely. Back at you, man.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right, for sure.
Bye.
Bye bye.